yeah, hopefully this will help you
feel great after this.
Better, yeah. So go ahead and grab your mat if you're using a mat, or grab a comfortable seat on the floor. You can start an easy pose if that feels comfortable for you, cross-legged. You can also start in hero's pose on your knees, or laying down on your back if that feels best for you. But I'll invite you to start in easy pose, cross-legged, and just bring your hands to your knees if that feels comfortable. They can be face down or maybe face up. And if it feels okay for you, go ahead and close down your eyes. Or maybe just let your eyes get heavy. And just start to notice where you feel your breath most in your body. So maybe it's a little hard to locate right now. And if that's the case, you are more than welcome to bring your hands to your belly and just breathe into that space. And exhale, let it go. Let's take another breath in here. Exhale, let it go. And just keep breathing here, either taking bigger breaths like that or coming back to your normal breath. Just keeping in mind how the breath can be an anchor for us to come back to the present moment. I don't know about you, but even in this time of pausing and kind of taking a step back from everything, I find myself still rushing to try and get things done or be productive, or just like trying to worry about the next thing, and realize that that was really giving me anxiety more than anything else, and that this really is such a unique opportunity to pause and to be present, and to stop judging ourselves and our worth based on our productivity. So just keeping it simple tonight, I want us to really focus on our breath and remember that that is such a powerful tool for us in order to be present, is just to notice how our breath is flowing in our body, how we feel it come in through our nose and out, because we can't breathe 5 minutes in the future or 5 months in the future, just like we can't know what's going to happen, and we can't breathe in the past, just like we can't go back. So let's take another big breath in here, filling up. And exhale, let it go. And go ahead and flutter your eyes open. And breathe in, reach your arms up overhead, fingertips growing tall. And then exhale for a seated side stretch, bringing your right hand down and your left arm up and overhead, stretching through your left side body. Opening up through your chest, maybe walking your right fingertips out further or bending through your elbow. Think about letting your right shoulder fall away from your ear. Yeah. Let's breathe in, bring both of your hands back up high. And exhale, seated side stretch, other side, left hand planting down, right arm up and overhead. Not worrying too much about how far over you go, especially if that brings your butt cheek up. Just think about reaching really tall and really feeling that side stretch through your right side body, maybe even twisting a little bit towards the sky to open up more through your chest, keeping your spine long here. And then inhale it back through center. Exhale, bend your elbows, reach your chest forward like you're cactusing your arms. Then inhale, reach your arms back up through center. Exhale for a seated twist, bringing your left hand, planting it behind you, and then bringing your right hand to your left knee, twisting through your core here. So again, just thinking about a really tall, long spine, almost like, I don't know if anyone's gonna get this reference. It just came to me. If any of you have seen the NSYNC music video "Bye Bye Bye" when they're puppets, think about like so you're like a puppet like that, and someone's like pulling a string from the top of your head, like making you grow a little taller. Hopefully, someone. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that was a good one, right?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, good. All right, let's inhale, reach both of our arms back through center. And then exhale, twist to the right or the other side, whatever side you didn't do. Placing your right hand on the ground behind your back, your left hand to your right knee. Twisting from your core, maybe even pulling your right knee a little bit with your left hand to allow yourself to twist deeper if that feels good. Breathing in, growing tall through your spine. Breathing out to twist. Inhale, bring it back up through center. Exhale, bring your hands through heart center, and then just bring them down to your knees. And we're just going to do some neck stretches here, so if it feels good to close down your eyes, go ahead and do that. And let's take a breath in together, filling up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale again, bring your shoulders towards your ears. And then exhale, roll them down your back. Another breath in, feeling yourself grow a little taller through your spine. And then exhale, just let your left ear fall towards your left shoulder. So stretching through the right side of your neck. All I do is keep getting. And if you want more of a stretch, you can walk your right fingertips out to the side. Excuse me. If you want even more, you can flex through your right hand, or place your your left palm gently on top of your head, or just stay where you are. Another breath in here. And exhale, roll your head forward, slowly making your way to your right side. Letting your right ear come towards your right shoulder, maybe taking a moment to bring your spine a little taller, stacking your shoulders over your hips. Maybe walking your left hand out and flexing through your left wrist, or placing your right hand on the top of your head. Just playing around here, taking whatever feels good. Instead of bringing your shoulder towards your ear, think about letting your ear fall towards your shoulder so that you're not like trying to force your right shoulder up towards your ear. And then go ahead and just bring your head back and massage the back of your head with your shoulders. So like let your head come towards your right shoulder and lift it up, and then bring it towards your left and lift your left shoulder up. Does that make sense?
I think so.
So like as you move to the right, lift your right shoulder up, and then as you move to the left, lift your left shoulder up. And then go ahead and just take one more circle each way, maybe pausing on any spots that feel really sticky. Like when I come forward, I feel those knots in my back that I always have. Cool. Yeah. And then let's meet back in the middle. Inhale, reach your arms up high. And exhale for eagle arms. So wrap your right arm underneath your left. Just twisting here. The backs of your palms can come together, or the fronts, whatever feels best for you right now. Breathe in and reach your arms up, like lifting your elbows up, and then forward a little bit so you feel your shoulder blades open. Breathe in, noticing your breath. And then exhale, round through your spine. Bringing your chin towards your chest. Taking a few rounds of breath here. Let's inhale, sweep our arms back up overhead, opening up. And then exhale, we'll just do the other side. So sweeping your left arm under your right this time. Maybe finding both palms or the backs of your palms this time, whatever feels good. Breathing in to reach your elbows up and forward, opening through your shoulder blades. Breathing out to round your spine, bringing your chin towards your chest. I think practicing yoga at home is such a good practice in patience and in remembering we can only control what we can control. Every time we do yoga, Macy thinks it's time to play. So I don't know if anyone watching has a similar experience with dogs or kids, but it just makes it, I think, a much more beneficial practice in the end. Let's breathe in, unwind our arms, lift them up towards the sky. And exhale, just reach your arms forward for a seated fold. Stretching your fingertips long and wide. Simultaneously feeling really grounded through your seat. And then inhale up into a tabletop. So coming to your hands and knees, press through your palms and press through the tops of your feet, creating a table with your back. Feeling your belly come towards your spine as you tighten through your abs. And then just for a second, let's lift our knees off of the mat. Again, just like really feeling your abs engaged. Yeah, and then bring them back down, but keep that same engagement in your core. Maybe spread your fingers wide. And then inhale for a cow pose. Dip your belly, lift your tailbone and your heart, opening through your chest. Shoulder blades coming together. And then exhale for a cat, rounding through your spine, bringing your chin towards your chest, pushing through your palms. Inhale for cow, opening up. And exhale for cat. Take 3 rounds of breath to move through this in a way that feels good. Maybe closing your eyes, maybe rolling your body all the way around, or holding in any parts that feel a little sticky. Just allowing yourself to get creative here. And then let's take one more round of breath. And then on your next inhale, meet back in tabletop. Breathe in. Did I already say your inhale? Sorry guys, I said to connect to your breath and I fucked up the breaths. Let's take a big breath in together, resetting here. And then exhale for downward facing dog. So tuck your toes, lift your knees up, shoot your hips up and back, and bring your heels towards the mat. And then let's just pedal out our feet. So bend through one knee and then the other. Just giving your hamstrings a little bit of love, a little bit of space to wake up. If you've been sitting all day, or if this is your first down dog, or maybe just, I don't know, waking them back up. Let's inhale, come high on our toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, and step your feet in between your hands for a forward fold. Slowly breathe in and roll up to mountain pose, bringing your hands up high. And then exhale, bend your elbows, cactus, your arms, reach your chest forward. Inhale, reach up tall. And exhale for a side body stretch, bringing your left hand down and your right arm up and overhead, stretching through the right side of your body here. Ooh. Maybe going deeper, maybe coming back up a little bit. Bring your arms back up on your inhale. And then exhale, side stretch on the other side, bringing your right arm down and your left arm up and over. Stretching through your left side body here. Inhale back through center, arms coming high. Exhale, forward fold. So you can bring your hands through heart center or swan dive, opening them wide, hinging at your hips. Keeping a little bend in your knee, reaching your arms down. And then let's inhale for a halfway lift. So press your hands into your legs. So maybe your shins, maybe your thighs. Keeping a little bend in your knees. Thinking about that flat back like we had in tabletop. And then think about peeling your shoulder blades back and together. So opening through your chest. Yeah, there she goes. Let's exhale, step it back to plank. Our only plank today, I promise. So place your hands down, step your feet back. Long line from your heels all the way through the top of your head. Inhale, shift it forward a little bit on your toes. And then exhale, bend your elbows and come all the way down to the mat. Your body's like a board. It's all gonna hit the mat at the same time. Yeah, so forehead can find the mat. Untuck your toes, letting the tops of your feet find the ground or the mat. And then breathe in for low cobra. So peel your heart off the mat, opening through your chest, bringing your shoulder blades together, tightening through your glutes, your core. If you feel this in your low back, any pinching, come down a little bit or engage tighter through your core here. And then let's just bring our forehead down to the mat. Another breath in for cobra, peeling up. One more time, maybe coming a little higher if that feels good. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. Exhale, lower back down. Keep breathing here. We're gonna come into a pretty deep chest stretch. So bring your right arm out to the side like you're gonna make a T. Put your palm face down. Bringing your right hand out towards me. Yeah. And then keeping your left palm face down. Push your body off to the right side. So you're coming onto your right side. And then, yeah, so you're really opening through your chest. So either bring your right leg on top of your left. So you're full. Unless that's not stretch, you can totally stay there. Like where Linda is for anyone watching. Or if you want more of a hip opener, you can bend your left knee and sweep it around, placing the sole of your left foot on the ground. But listen to your body here. Do whatever feels good. If anything feels like too much, totally back off. You know your body better than anyone else. I am just here to suggest a few shapes. And the way that we all look in them is going to be different. And that's okay. Let's take another breath here. And exhale, just come back through the center. And then we'll take this on the other side. So bring your left arm out now to your side like a T, placing the palm of your left arm down, placing your right palm underneath your shoulder, and then push yourself off to your left side. Either leaving your legs long or bending through your right knee and bringing the sole of your right foot to the ground. Stretching through your chest, maybe opening up your hips here. Again, just playing, just allowing yourself to get creative with what feels good. Linda and I were just watching a TED Talk before this by Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and he was saying how creativity, creativity is ruined when you're focusing on getting attention, but when you're focused on giving attention, paying attention, thank you. When you're focused on paying attention, that's when you can really be creative. And that's, he said, when he feels the happiest. So pay attention to your body here. Okay, let's bring it back through center. And then breathe in, just come up to tabletop, hands and knees. And then exhale to child's pose. So you can leave your knees where you are, or maybe you open them out wide, like towards, maybe your knees come to the outside of your mat, bringing your toes to touch. And then inhaling to reach your arms forward and your forehead down to the mat. An option I really like here, there are lots of options. You can reach your fingers out long. Maybe you bend through your elbows and let your forehead find your hands. Or something I really like is to bend my elbows and press them into the mat, bringing my hands to a prayer, and then bringing my thumbs towards the middle of my upper back and between my shoulder blades. This just feels really nice for me. So we'll just be here for a few rounds of breath. So even in a pose like this, when you're probably not looking at anything and it's really easy to go into your head and think about what you're doing later, what you're doing tomorrow, or something you said earlier, can you challenge yourself to, even in this pose, be really present? So maybe that's focusing on your breath, noticing where you feel it, maybe counting your breaths. Maybe it's taking note of different sensations in your body. Noticing any sounds around you. Just gonna be here for a few more rounds of breath, just letting you really connect to the present moment in whatever way feels most accessible to you right now. Take another breath in here. Exhale to sink a little deeper. Inhale, bring it back up to tabletop, hands and knees. Inhale. Did I already say inhale? Oh, I keep doing this.
I don't think you did.
Okay, well, thank you. Wherever we are, let's breathe in and come into cow pose, so opening up through your chest. And then exhale for cat, rounding through your spine. Inhale back through tabletop. Exhale, press through your palms, open through your chest. And then breathe in and peel your right arm towards the sky, opening up for a twist. Exhale, just sweep it through for thread the needle. So let your right ear and right shoulder find the mat. Maybe walk your left fingertips forward if that feels good, or just leave them under your shoulder. You can also wrap your left hand around your back, maybe finding your hand in the crease of your hip. Maybe getting creative here, paying attention to what feels good, what doesn't. And then if it's not already, go ahead and walk your left hand back under your left shoulder and breathe and feel your right arm back up to the sky. Exhale, bring it back down for table. Inhale for cow, opening up. Exhale for cat, rounding, pushing the mat away from you. Inhale, back to tabletop. Exhale, push through your palms and the top of your feet, feeling really grounded, really strong here. And then breathe and peel your left arm up towards the sky, opening up here. Exhale, thread the needle. Sweep your left arm underneath your right. Left shoulder and ear find the mat. Option to walk your right fingertips forward, leave them where they are, or maybe even wrap them around your back, finding the crease of your hip with your hand. Getting curious, getting creative, noticing, paying attention to what feels good for you right now. Not worrying about how you could be different or how things might be different in the future, but just really being here. And if it's not already, go ahead and walk your right hand back under your right shoulder. Breathe in and peel your left arm up towards the sky. And exhale, bring it back down to tabletop. And then let's just make our way to our back. So whatever way feels comfortable for you to get there. Just make your way to your back and then breathe in and bring your knees towards your chest, giving yourself a hug here. Then exhale, just let your knees fall off to the right side for a supine twist. And go ahead and scoot your hips off to the center of your mat a little bit more, or you can stay where you are, but just an option to do that. And then bring your right arm next to you, so like you're making a T. And see if you can ground down through, or I'm sorry, I meant your left, if I said your right. Yeah, your left arm. And then see if you can ground through your left shoulder. And if you can't, maybe bring your right arm out and push through your right palm until you can bring your left shoulder down towards the ground. Oh. Maybe placing your right hand on your left knee. Maybe even straightening your right knee out, or your right knee. If that feels good, go ahead and do that. Let's inhale, bring our knees back to center and twist it up on the other side, knees falling off to the left. Maybe scooting your hips back towards the center of your mat. Opening up through your right arm and coming long. See if you can ground down through your right shoulder. If you can't, try bringing your left arm long and pressing through your left palm until your right shoulder finds the mat. Maybe straighten through your left leg if that feels good. Or test it out. If you hate it, go ahead and bend it back. If it feels good to look off over your right shoulder, go for it. If it doesn't, you know, why do it? Another breath in here. And exhale. Let it go. Inhale, bring your knees back to center, holding them in towards your chest. Maybe even bring your forehead up towards your knees, giving yourself a big hug. Then exhale, just let your legs find the mat. And go ahead and take any other poses that you really want to take right now before going into your final resting pose. Maybe a happy baby, grabbing your ankles or the sides of your feet, or I don't know, really anything. Or go ahead and go straight into your Shavasana. So you can let your legs fall out long, arms at your side, maybe even scooching your shoulder blades underneath your back a little bit more. If you want to get into your hips, go ahead and bring the soles of your feet together, your knees falling out wide. If your low back is tight, bend your knees, let the soles of your feet find the mat. Oh, Macy got me. And bring your knees together. Just take whatever feels good, knowing that you can always change it. You're not locked in. And just allow yourself to rest. I know this has been a really restorative practice tonight. And I hope that it helps you all just connect back to enjoying each moment and enjoying practices like this where you get to slow down and you get to notice your breath, notice the sounds around you, notice how things actually feel rather than getting so caught up in what you should be doing next or what you did in the past. And as you lay here for another minute or however long you would like, notice if you can just be here and notice any tools you can use to help yourself do that. Our breath is something we can always come back to be present. go ahead and stay in your Shavasana as long as you would like. But it is 7:30, so actually 7:31. So if you're ready to invite some movement back in your body, go ahead and do so. Maybe wiggling through your fingers or your toes. Maybe stretching your arms out long and your toes out long. And then if you're ready to come to a seat, you can roll off to one side and press yourself up to whatever a comfortable seat looks like for you, or again, totally stay where you're at if that's where you want to be right now. And let's take another breath together. So inhale, reach your arms up high, and exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Again, remembering that we can always come back to our breath as a tool for being present. Anytime life or this space or anything really feels overwhelming, or you don't really know what to do next, or you're so caught up about thinking about what to do next, just try to come back to your breath. It's almost annoying how simple it is sometimes. So, thank you so much for joining us, and hopefully our little one, Macy, wasn't too distracting. Hopefully any little ones you had at home only added to your practice and being present. As always, thank you to the people in the culture that created this practice that we all benefit from. And lastly, if anyone is feeling overwhelmed or having a hard time, we're always here. Feel free to shoot me a message, give me a call, any of that. Okay, thanks guys. Have a good night.
You are just a little ball of energy.
Bye.